No information.
Listen to this.
The next one is that Toronto artists are lazy. Break that down. Yeah, please.
Hey, there are plenty of artists that are lazy. I have seen it with my own eyes. I get emails regularly with artists trying to pitch me. Mm-hmm. And it goes back to my time that I spent in America and specifically with the Lean program, right? I just said we went on stage, they started asking, and they're like, you never did your research. How do you not know who these big time producers are? And that's what you want to be, right? Mm-hmm. So it comes back to the same with the artists. These artists reach out to me to pitch me music, and it's like, I'm not the right person. Mm-hmm. So that means automatically that you're not doing any type of research. Because if you really knew how radio works and you study that, then you would know that there's music directors and program directors. And those are the people that get to choose the music. Coming in my DMs and telling me, yo, play my song on Flow. It doesn't work like that, right? And then I'm getting emails where people will literally attach.
So an artist is not supposed to reach out to the radio host to fucking get their music played. Like, that's actually crazy. Like, that's like OG style of what everybody did. Like, how many? No, let's be real. How many artists really know about music directors and all that stuff, radio directors and shit like that? Like, if you're coming out here and you're a YouTube guy and you're just putting out music, you're not going to know anything about a radio director, a program director, any of these things. You're going to see the host, who the host is. I want to get my music to the host.
But I think Alicia is right. Given that as an artist, there should be some sort of research going into your career. So maybe they don't know. Okay, she's right and she's wrong. She's right for saying that the artists need to do the research, but she's also wrong for not directing them to the right and just, I don't know if she ignores them or whatever. But if she does, and I don't know if she doesn't, if she does direct them to the music director or program director, cool. If she doesn't, and like, what I'm saying, just be like, hey, I'm not the one to hit up without any education, then yeah, that's kind of not cool. But at the same time, yes, artists should do their research to be like, yo, what I'm saying? How do I get this? How do I get on here? You know what I'm saying? Is it through the host? Is it through the DJ? Like, who do I need to talk to? You know what I'm saying? And the people on the radio should be the ones, especially if they're from the city, should be the ones to be like, yo, you should hit up the music director or you should hit up the program director and whatnot. Mm-hmm.
Hold on one second. How to get on Toronto radio stations. Yo, like, what happened to like everything just being Wikipedia or something? Everything is AI generated now when I put it in Google. Like, what the hell?
They're trying to pitch that like the Gemini thing first, that's their little data thing. They pitch that first and then everything else after. But everything on Gemini is not true.
I know. Because what I'm about to put up, I don't think is fully true. Well, it's not that it's fully true. It's just, it's the same thing I'm saying. Like, the information is so all over the place, then how is somebody supposed to know? So right here, I asked Google, right?
Mm-hmm.
How to get on Toronto radio stations. To get on a Toronto radio station, you can either pursue a career in broadcasting, or if you're a musician, focus on creating high quality music and building relationships with radio stations and promoters.
Yeah, like, building a relationship with the host and the DJs is the same thing as building a relationship with the radio station and promoters.
So that's what I'm saying. So in a sense, I see what she's saying in a sense where some of these guys are lazy. But if I'm seeing Alicia, who not only is on radio, has her own fucking podcast, that has artists there, they bring up people there, why wouldn't I come to you?
That's true.
I'm going to pitch something to you. I'm not going to pitch like it to me. I don't know. Maybe actually somehow people feel like pitching to Marlon or what's it, Norm. No offense to Alicia, because Alicia does her thing, but Alicia's not in the spotlight like those two are.
Yeah.
Like Marlon, you're seeing Marlon everywhere. He does shows. He's doing his comedy thing. Same thing with Norm. Where Alicia, she's a little bit scaled back where, she has to take care of her family. She has her job and things like that. She would be the person that you would want to approach Because you think she's more, like humble, they're down to earth. I can pitch something to you. So I
Yeah.
think in that sense, she's wrong. You do, yes. In a sense, yes, you have to go about it in getting the program directors, doing the right stuff. We spoke about this all the time.
Mm.
But if I'm just a regular artist, I don't know. I put on 1-2 songs. I want my songs to get out of radio, and I'm seeing Alicia all the time on Instagram and this and then the third. I'm going to approach them, fam.
Especially, like you said, I think you made a great point. Like if you see them playing music, having artists on the platform, especially that they're more heavy on extra gravy than they are with the morning show. You see them interacting with artists and doing artist interviews with Layla Day and the girl. Them like they see that you're already interacting directly. Why not reach out to you? That wouldn't be a wrong idea, unless she's actually just saying, "Yo, play my song on Flow." Like if artists are like, "Yo, how do I get my song on Flow?" Like ask her directly. Like maybe that's where it's a little bit off. Instead of be like, "Yo, how do I get on your show?" or "How do I get on Extra Gravy?" Like obviously the ways of asking the questions might be the ways of the artist and how the approach is, but still, there's nothing wrong with an artist approaching somebody that plays music on a platform still, because they need that's where they're trying to find the information to be directed the right way. There's nothing wrong with that still.
There's nothing wrong with it at all. I think it's actually crazy. Like, I think it's actually crazy her saying that. And this is the reason why I keep saying, like, the information, like, the things are there for Toronto artists to win. But it's like the people that have the information or the people that have the knowledge are not letting it out, fam.
Yeah.
Like, imagine you're an artist, you make dope music, and you come to Alicia and you tell her, hey, you're trying to pitch something to a podcast host / a radio host / a freaking person that works behind the scenes of a fucking label that lines up artists for podcasts, and she's telling you, well, this is not the right way to go about it. That's gonna it's what's the word I'm looking for?
Discourage
you. You're gonna feel like, yo, fam, why am I doing this? Like,
sorry, it's discourage, not disencourage. Sorry.
Watch those good niggas trying to talk proper. Proper English. But yeah, fam, that would discourage you from wanting to be in the music industry, because it's like, okay, well, I feel like I'm doing the right things, I'm around the right people, it's just not, I don't know.
Yeah, facto.
Super disappointing. But I mean, I shouldn't say that's the whole Extra Gravy, but that's the whole my opinion on the radio side of Alicia and Marlon. Extra Gravy is amazing, but the radio show up there with Flo, I don't know.
Extra Gravy is dope. They actually were playing the fucking the dagger rhythm mutes, actually, Marlon, and
they play all the time on Flo though.
I think Duke. No, they're actually like reacting to it on the Extra Gravy program.
Oh, I like Flo. I hear that song actually all the time on Flo.
That's dope. That's really good. I like that. They're getting in touch with the Toronto side. I think they finally realized, Toronto is lit. It's actually doing a thing. I seen him even comment on the GTA Flow about Snoopy's own reality universe. So shout out Marlon. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to think still, my nigga.
But again, that's who cares. That's good. The Snoopy reality TV versus is something that's needed in the city.
Yeah. I want to see more, man. I want to see who's next to do their own reality verse.
Who do you think would be one?
Who do I? What the better question is? Who do I feel like is going to be better competition for him, for Snoopy? Better competition for Snoopy's reality verse would be like, if all those Toronto comedians like all troned up and came together.
Oh yeah, that would be a problem.
And the backing and their investor was like, for y'all entertainment. Yeah, we're out the game.
I don't think you guys are out. I just think it's more competition, because I think you guys are doing two different things. They're gonna do comedy and like that kind of stuff, where you guys are doing more reality shows.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's where Snoopy has it in the real shit, like the reality ratchet aspect of it. He can, and even not even like, we don't know how this GTA Flow thing might be, where it actually might be something super dope and super productive for the city, right? So yeah, like I don't I wouldn't say you guys would be out the business. I just think that everybody has their own path.
That's true. I even seen they're gonna do a Canadian version of a Jersey Shore.
That I don't want to see.
But I mean, like, like, is it It's not like it's not coincidence. I think there's somebody watching still. These motherfuckers be watching all over and seeing things like, oh wow, they're doing a black version of that. Like, let's do a white version of this. What was the biggest YT version of our biggest show? What was Jersey Shore? Holy shit! How could we make that Canadian? Huh? And all summer just going to fucking Ashbridge's Brave for some bullshit. That's it.
Now that I think is stupid, only because, like, fam, it's been like how many years since Jersey Shore has actually been relevant? Baddies is still relevant. So other people doing baddies and doing shows like that is still relevant. Yes, Jersey Shore has their own little vacation thing, but Jersey Shore is not relevant like that. Like, niggas ain't watching Jersey Shore. Like if you did it, maybe like season 3 or season 4 after the original Jersey Shore, yeah, cool. But nah. And then Jersey Shore in Toronto, like, I rather see like a challenge. I did think I seen a challenge in Toronto, and it was hosted by Brandon Gomez.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I have to actually take it in to see if it's that, but like that show or Temptation Island on, like, you know what I'm saying? Billy Bishop over there, like on Toronto Island or something. You know
Center Island, yeah. Ooh, Temptation Island. Ooh,
I'm saying you have the beach, you do that summertime. You have Highland Beach where all the freak them are, and the beach and stuff.
I remember they were telling my boy was telling me about that place you guys went to back in the day in Kingston. What is it called? Yeah. My boy was telling me about there. And there's Georgina Island, like by Brock. Like,
well, you don't want to take them out the city too much, right? You want to keep them in the city realm, so you can go to what do you call it? Center Island. Go to Center Island. Yeah. Find a nice little place there, and you're going in.
No, yeah, that'd be lit, man. I won't lie, that would be lit.
It would be, but yeah, no. Hold on, I wanted to run this. Blue clad, really unknown. This is not the one I wanted to run. We're it there.
Keke Palmer's a fucking scaredy cat.
You seen the video of Keke Palmer and my boy
Jonathan Majors? You know she scrapped it, right? It's not coming out.
Yeah, the podcast. Fuck that. You got to see the video with Keke Palmer and R. Kelly.
What do you mean?
She was sitting on R. Kelly's lap.
How old was she?
I think she was out of age, but it's still a crazy video.
Well, she's of age.
Still a crazy video.
Of age.
It's a crazy video.
I'm looking for the full package. I want somebody that can survive in this new generation.
I want to discover something special.
We're inviting everybody to come to Atlanta.
Why did he?
This competition is a.
So this is the problem. Only problem I have with this. He should have had like Toronto voiceovers at certain parts.
I mean, he should have just did a version of Toronto. Like, he should have did the same setup. But this is what we're. Anyways,
we'll talk to him. I'll message him.
And doubt it. I know I have what it takes. I want to see who has everything to be the next superstar.
You authentic. You live it. You breathe it.
You have a real great fighting chance of actually winning this goddamn thing. So let's go.
Well, the difference is too is because this show was already produced, filmed, and everything before they put this out, the trailer out.
Yeah.
So I think
this is the trailer for the new show.
This is the trailer for GTA Flow.
I know, but is
not
this
GTA Flow? I'm fucking
for Rhythm and Flow.
Rhythm and Flow.
A new season, obviously, because Lotto's in there now, right?
I'm not sure, to tell you the truth.
I think it is. I think this is a new season coming out in November.
I've never watched this show.
This is the show that Lotto is from. So I think this is a brand new version, a brand new season in November.
No. Lotto's the JD show.
What show was that?
I don't remember.
Rhythm and Flow, broski. I'm telling you.
Are you sure?
Let me fact check.
Let me fact check too.
2 seasons so far. Cardi B Season 1 was Cardi B, Chance, Ti, and Snoop Dogg. Season 2, oh, so maybe no, I'm
It's
wrong.
not. I'm telling you, fam. It's
Okay,
not
so
that
this is
show.
okay.
It was
Well,
main the pre-show. She was fam. She was the rap game.
the
26.
rap game. Okay,
That's what it
okay,
was.
okay.
So she was originally from that. It was her and the
Mhm.
little youth from New York. I forgot his
Mm.
name, but he was a young buck from New York, and he was getting a lot of sauce. A lot of people were rocking with him or whatever. But Lotto just had it at the time. That's why I remember I was telling you, Jermaine Dupri. I think Lotto was talking about her contract deal or whatever, and Jermaine Dupri is like, technically, she's still signed to me.
Okay, the rap game was 5 seasons, and he finished it up.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why.
People are probably telling himself, fuck with the kids.
Lotto, Manny, Nova, Street Bud, and Tyler Rain.
Yeah. I'm telling you, that's what Jermaine Dupri knows how to make a star.
Mm-hmm.
Or he sees stars from young.
Oh, you talking about J.I. the Prince of New York? You talking about that kid?
Yes.
That guy had a hit song. That guy had a good song, actually. A pretty good song. That's pretty dope. Shout out to JD, man. Like, regardless of how he acquires his talent, like, I think we're all thinking about it wrong when it comes to JD acquiring talent. It's more so of like he gets them young because he can grow them. Like, you know.
That's the video I wanted. But I can't find it.
Which one? That one?
Yeah.
I can send that to you. I made it.
But welcome, it's not on this page. Like, is it this one?
Yeah.
DJ
No.
Snoopy,
That's not it.
Toronto's most
It's on the. I think it's on the GTA Flow
actually
page.
GTA Flow page. Makes sense. Duh.
Yo, it's your boy DJ Snoopy, Canada's most requested DJ, and we got another show for you guys called GTA Flow. This show is for the artists in the city that got that sauce, that skill. You're a singer, you're a rapper, you're a female, you're a male. This show's for you. It's an opportunity for you to come out, show the country.
What about if you're a female and a male combined?
Everybody's welcome.
Just checking.
Show the world that you are it. You got it. You know what I mean? You deserve the opportunity. So feel me? So if you pass the audition stage, you get to make the show where you got to do challenges. Every week is a different challenges. I'm not telling you how much episodes. I ain't telling you the challenges. But just know you can win some money. You can win some free studio time. You can win some free music videos. And you get to chill with me, Canada's most requested DJ. So you're all gone. Sign up now. It's going to be crazy.
I was dying when he said that.
We're outside. GTA Flow. 20.
Like, out of all the
chill with me.
you can chill with me, like, fam. Yo, I love Snoopy, fam.
I know you gotta love it though. Okay, what do you?
Shout out Snoopy.
You
Who
gotta
do you
chill
think
with
should?
me.
Who do you think should be on the show?
Everybody. I won't lie to you. Everybody that doesn't have a hit song, everybody that doesn't have a million. Not even. I won't even. That's everybody that doesn't have at least 10K on their music video. They need to be on this show. Still, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm pretty sure that the show alone will do better than anybody's music video right now.
Wow.
Pretty much. Shit, I should be on this show. Fuck. The Sinatra on stage, masked up.
You should do that.
I think I'm Alejandro Sosa. My gang is La Costa Nostra.
That's the song you're gonna perform.
Well, for the intro, for the beginning record, yeah, because that beat's hard.
No, you gotta do the thing. Ronin.
I could do Ronin, yeah.
You do Ronin? Oh man.
Rat, how could I be that? How?
I'm
Outside we lurking. Now, bitch, wanna break him, tell him link up, get busy in person. Thomas made him nervous. Two-tone only thing, I'm chroming. Blue still by the hip like Ronin. Japanese, Spanish, ting give me doming. Eat up like ramen. 2 black gloves on palming. No, I'm no angel. Black like Amish. Even back then, you was yelling pay homage. No acting selfish. No dumpling man's in a dumpting. Hop out the cut, you jumping. Catch man's like no time for the runting. Bun skin.
Oh, you definitely that.
I never heard a heart pumping so loud to curl you fronting. I was outside on the block every day doing motherfucking nothing. My niggas selling dope on the Ave, and some of them was hustling. I got to get out west. No dancing at the restaurant selling
All
Mona.
right, all right, all right. That's enough.
Pancakes
That's
on the
enough. That's
backwards.
enough.
She
That's
first
enough.
called me rude. Bring a bitch down in the nude. Watching
First
the views,
judge.
Niagara. She told me she in love with the. She yeah.
First judge. What do you think of D Sinatra?
I never want to take no L. Please
So
tag
what?
me and repost
So,
this Thursday's event. It's gonna be a movie.
trap.
Oh, God. Yeah, of course.
Um, when is the auditions and stuff?
April 15th.
Oh, that's around the corner.
Round the corner, man.
That's
I'm nervous.
Why are you nervous?
I'm always nervous. When it comes to filming and stuff like that, I'm always nervous. Anything can go wrong. Not enough equipment, things like that, you know? Fuck ups, mess ups. Anything can go wrong. So I'm always nervous.
Don't be nervous, bro. It's not that deep. You said every artist. I don't know. Yeah, I agree with you. Every artist should be on this because a lot of you Toronto artists are not lit.
A lot. A lot.
I know. I heard of 1-2 artists try to go out like they're too good to be on the show. Nope, you're not, buds. You're not. Sorry to tell you that, but you know what I'm saying. You should be on the show too.
Yeah. Like I guess I could understand. They might and like I said, it's an ego thing. I think for a lot of them, it's like oh well, I don't want to be looked at like that, or I don't want to be looked at as a poppy show. But what? But why? Why do you feel like you're gonna be a poppy show if you're on a competition? Because I swear to God, if it was American Idol, motherfuckers is going on that. They would still even say, "Oh no, I'm never going on American Idol." You're such a liar. And if you're not, if that's the mentality, then
You're
you're not
really
built for this. You don't want to do this. You're not really. You don't want to really do this for life. You don't
But
want
I
to be seen.
But I think that's been the problem with a lot of Toronto artists is I think they don't wanna go through the grind. I think I think what Alicia said is right, just with the wrong sense of what she's saying.
Yeah, the bare bones of it all is that the artist them here is lazy, and that's just what it is.
I think their mentality is lazy. I don't think the rappers are lazy per se. I think their mentality of how to go about the game is lazy. It's like, yo, put out a record and then try to get it on like a blog, or just try to hit up a fucking DJ or whatever. Not really like having even like an edited tune, or like, you know what I'm saying, a tune that they could run proper if they're not allowed to run. You know what I'm saying? Like they just don't go about it properly, and I think that's the issue more than anything.
Right. No, I agree. I agree. But I mean, when you see the attention that some of these guys get when it looks like they have nothing, like they don't have anything behind them, like, okay, like for instance, like Griselda Blanco, how that became such a hit that it was, and after the fact having to get the record clean and stuff like that, right? People are just looking at the first part of the business, which is just the release and the impact, and not thinking about what's happening behind the scenes to actually get that shit spread out in these places that it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? Making sure the shit's clean from the rip. Like a lot. There's not many artists that be like, yo, Vegas, I need to clean when after you make the mix. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely artists that still do it, but there's not many that care for like an edited version or a version for a shortened version, or even like 8-bar intros, 8-bar outros. Like nobody cares about those things for the DJs. And I don't know if it's a Canadian thing or a Toronto thing, or it's just a thing. Like there's just not a lot of support all around, because I feel like in the States it's a little bit different. Like the DJs want you to come to them with that shit. Like the DJs say, yo, okay, yeah, bring your acapellas, your instrumentals, your 8-bar outros. Like, I need all that. You know what I'm saying? And you have to have that ready. Some artists already have that prepared. Some artists like on calls and shit be like, yeah, we already sent all the stuff to your email. We have the bio, like your EPK, all that shit. Like it's just prepared. Like a lot of them are not prepared. A lot of them are not prepared to be like, I want to interview you, but I need information. They just come here. Can I get an interview? Okay, where's the stuff? Like, I need to know who you are. Like,
Yeah.
who are you? I only know what I like. What are we supposed to do? Fucking do it off the air? I need some basis. I need some shit behind it, right?
That's
So,
fun.
a lot of things that need to be fixed. Anyways, what's this?
So before I get into the next story, I wanted to show you this. Is this the greatest spear of all time?
Wow.
The man, like, holy Christ.
That's a crazy. What is that? Is that even a spear?
What the hell?
Frozen.
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell, auntie?
Are you frozen?
Yeah, I think so. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can't see you. You just let it. I guess you could let it rock out for a bit.
Oh man.
Oh, there you are.
There we go.
So the man did the spear and a flip. That guy's sick, fam. What?
The man speared the fucking computer into frozenness. That's crazy.
It seems very impossible, man.
Is that the
But I
greatest
guess it
spear
is.
you've ever seen?
Hmm?
Is that the greatest spear you've ever seen?
I haven't seen a spear like that. Yeah. Yeah. But I feel like it lacks the luster because you don't hear the boom from the stage. So like, you know, when you always want to hear like the mat rumble.
Or from inside the ring?
Yeah, yeah. That's what I like to hear. I like to hear the smacks. Pause.
The man said I like to hear the smacks.
You know, like the fight, that like the heavy smack on the chest. Okay.
Mike Malone fired.
Disrespectful.
Is this the craziest firing you've ever seen in NBA history? Is this the craziest firing in NBA history?
I think so, man. I think so. The question is why? You know, like the team president explains the decision. Did you read that?
I did read that and it didn't make sense. The reason why is the name of the title. That's why. The W's are taking back their league. I'm being real with you. The W's are taking back their league. They're seeing what's going on, and we've seen it. Like, they're starting to take back the league that they pretty much lost, bro. The players have taken over the leagues. Niggas is getting traded to whatever teams they want. They're getting all the money they want. There's load management. Niggas is not playing. They're doing whatever the hell they want to do. Then the coaches are also doing whatever the hell they want to do, running whatever frigging coaching scheme that they want. The GMs are making whatever teams they want. I think the owners are just like, nah, we're taking back our league. The owners are back to, remember when we were having the conversation with Michael and the owner at that time with the Bulls, and he was just like, nah. I put this team together. Like, it's not you guys. This is me. I mean, do this. And what happened? He got rid of that team, and they've never been back to the finals
Since, yeah, Friday.
You know what I'm saying? Never seen the finals since. So, you know, like, I think the owners are back into that era where it's just like, all right, cool. We run the things. I don't care if you won us a title 2 years ago. And I heard too, in 2023, I heard if he didn't win that title, the GM and Mike Malone were getting fired.
Wow.
I don't know how true that is, but
well, according to here, it said that I guess the Josh Kroenke, I think that's his name, Kroenke. He said, what I would say is that having observed that group over a period of time, there were certain trends that were very worrisome to me at different points in time. He added the issues were masked by wins, and as Denver hit a recent slump, Kroenke believed the season would come to a disappointing end. Ownership didn't want an early playoff exit and believed a deep playoff run was possible if opted to go in a different direction. Now, this guy's a fucking idiot. So you didn't want an early playoff exit because you know they're gonna make the playoffs regardless, but you're gonna switch your coaching at the beginning of the playoffs to think they're going to get a deeper run. What about chemistry? There's no time to build chemistry with a new coach. You think they're just going to go with this new coach, and unless they're going to go with the assistants for the time being, then
But
maybe. But even still, they're not going to respect the coach. You think they give a fuck right now?
the
You think
man, the man said that the problems were masked by wins. Make sense.
that doesn't make sense, broski? The problems were masked by win. The issues were masked by wins. Anyways, to continue, he said there were rumblings of changes coming in the offseason, but felt it needed to be expedited, even if the timing wasn't ideal. And in quotations, he goes, all that taken into consideration, wanted to try to figure out a way to potentially squeeze as much juice out of the rest of the season as possible. Karinke said, I became comfortable with the thinking of let's try to shake this tree and squeeze as much out of this as we can. Well, Karinke, you're a motherfucking idiot, because if you want to squeeze a tree, you let Mike Malone live until the end of the season. And then you sort shit out. Because it's not like he didn't win you guys a fucking chip. You guys got a chip 2 years ago. It's not 5 years ago. It's not 7. It was 2.
So clearly this has been a thing that's been going on in the NBA, because you see like Tyronn Lue, he had a title in 2016. He was fired in 2018 with the Cavaliers. We all know Nick Nurse won the title in 2019. 4 years later, in 2023, wrap it up there. Frank Vogel with the Lakers won the title in 2020. 2022, fired from there. Mike Budenholzer won the title with the Bucks. 2021, 2 years later, fired there. And as we can see, Mike Malone, same thing. And the only difference is with Mike Malone going into the playoffs in like 3 days, or not 3 days, sorry, 3 games. And then like it's not like they're 8th. It's not like they're in the play-in. It's not like they're not in the play-in. It's not like, you know what I'm saying, they're hunting for a draft pick. These guys are in 4th. They have home court advantage first round. They have the best player, literally, like, you know, Shane is gonna win the MVP, but like my boy's the best player in the NBA. Why do this the total disrespect? This is why I said the owners are taking back their league. They don't care anymore.
Mm-hmm.
For these guys to go trade my boy,
fucking
Luka.
yeah.
They traded Luka. Dallas traded Luka. They don't care. Memphis fired their coach. Memphis, like, they have been falling down a bit, but what place is Memphis in right now? Let me check in.
I think they're in the playoffs. They're in the playoffs now.
No,
or was
they're
that
in
Sacramento?
the playoffs, but I don't
That's
know.
Sacramento.
If they're in the play-ins. I don't know if they're the play-ins, but I know that Memphis is in the playoffs. They should be in the playoffs.
Yeah, they're 47 and 32.
Hold on, I just want to see why you're not showing me this shit. So Memphis they're 7th, so they're in the play-in. Unfortunately,
7 is playing. Shit.
Yeah, I think from 1 to 6 is you're in, and then 7, 8, 9, 10 is playing.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe the playing game is looking like the Maverick versus Kings and Timberwolves versus Grizzlies. But now Denver's actually in 5th place now, which is crazy. So we'll see what happens.
Like you said, Thunder versus Grizzlies, Nuggets versus Warriors, Lakers and T-Wolves, Rockets and Clippers on the West. And the East, it's looking like Cavs and Hawks, Pacers and Pistons, Knicks and Bucks, Celtics and Magic.
No, that's not how it is.
That's not his now? Well, this was April 2nd, so it might have been updated by now.
So this is how it goes. Cavaliers, Celtic. Okay, the only 2 things that look for certain.
Mm-hmm.
Cavs and thing. Okay, so they play each other. So 3 and 6 play. So Knicks plays Pistons and Pacers face Bucks, unless those teams change.
Oh, you got the. Oh, I think you got the updated. I got it too. Go ahead.
So
Mhm.
so from 7, so Magic, Hawks, Bulls, and Heat, they're in the play-in. So they have
Magic, Hawks, Bulls,
Bulls
and
and
Heat.
Heat.
Yes, you're
They're
right. Yep.
they're in the play-in. So they
Yeah.
have to play for the 7th and 8th spot.
8th and 9th.
No, 7th and 8th.
7th and 8th. Okay.
So what will happen is,
Oh yeah, 7th and 8th. Sorry.
so I don't know, I don't remember exactly how it works, but I believe it's like Magic play Hawks, Bulls play Heat.
I can show
And then
you.
the
Pull up my
winner of
screen.
that, so the winner of Bulls, the winner of Magic and Hawks takes the 7th place.
Hmm.
Then the winner of Bulls and Heat. What is it? The winner of Bulls and Heat.
We'll take the 9th place.
No, I believe the winner of Bulls and Heat faces the Hawks to possibly get the 8th place.
Look at the. Pull up my screen. Pull up my screen. Pull up my screen.
Oh.
I have it here.
Pull up the nigga screen, man. Or I have to remove my shit. My bad. My bad.
How's that look? Looks right.
Yeah, so that's what happens. So you see,
Mhm.
so the winner of, okay, you see how Magic and Atlanta,
Yeah.
the winner of that game faces Boston.
Okay. Okay.
And then
Okay.
the
I get it.
loser of that game faced the winner of the next game, Chicago
Okay.
and Miami.
I get it. That's why it has the two brackets going up and down.
Yes.
So the 7th and 8th, win or lose, you still have a chance to go in the finals, even if you win or
Yes.
lose at 7th and 8th.
Yes. That's what happened to Miami a couple of years ago. I think
Mhm.
Miami lost and then they won and then they ran through and then they lost in the finals.
Okay, I see. I said jealousy. I said.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Those three murder to me.
who? Oh well, you know what? Let's do early predictions. Let's start off with the play-ins on the west coast of things. I can't even believe Dallas is still in the play-ins. That's crazy, but I think they're losing. I think Sacramento's gonna take Dallas, and I think Grizzlies will definitely beat Minnesota if Ja's playing properly. So with that being said,
Hold on. So I gotta pick now.
oh yeah, you got to pick yours. Yes.
I feel like Dallas is gonna beat Sacramento.
Mhm.
That would make them go to the next thing. And I feel like Memphis is home. I think Memphis might be. I'm gonna go with Memphis beating Minnesota, and then with Minnesota and Dallas, I feel like Dallas is gonna win,
Okay.
and Dallas gets technically the ace seed.
8th spot.
So it would make Dallas versus OKC, and I feel like Memphis will face Houston.
I think Sacramento takes the 9th. I think
So that would make So you feel like Sacramento and Memphis will play.
Sacramento
Or sorry,
and
Sacramento
Minnesota.
and Minnesota will play.
Sacramento and Minnesota would play, and Grizzlies is going to automatically face Houston. And for for Sacramento and Memphis, I think Memphis would beat Sacramento.
Minnesota, you mean?
No, actually, no. I think Sacramento will beat Minnesota. I like Minnesota. I like Anthony Edwards, but I think he needs one more year. Last year was really good for him. This year, not so good, but I think he's gonna bounce back next year and be the superstar he's supposed to be.
So you're putting Sacramento to face OKC in the first round.
Yeah, and get smoked. And they're getting super smoked.
And then on the other side, you have Chicago and Minnesota. Sorry, Chicago and Miami.
Mm.
Who do you got?
I'd pick Miami still. Miami has they both have playoff experience, but I think Miami's been there a lot more than the Bulls in recent years.
Mhm.
I think Miami would take, and this is just a one game. This is not even seven. A lot. This is a one
So just
game.
one game.
That's
One and done
crazy.
us.
One and done us. Yeah, I would say Miami. Miami will beat Bulls, and I think Magic will take Hawks. Don't have faith in Trey still. Don't have take. I don't have faith in Trey. So I guess with that being said, then the
Hold on,
Hawks
hold on, hold on, hold on,
versus-
hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm going with Miami. I don't know still. I'm gonna go with Chicago. Chicago's been balling recently. They've beaten some really good teams. So I'm gonna go with Chicago beating Miami. And I'm gonna go with Atlanta beating Orlando.
Okay.
I think that Trey Young has something to prove still. And I think like games like this, sometimes he tends to go off.
Hmm.
I'm not too sure if Orlando's team is healthy because Orlando's team has been like injured up. But I'm gonna go with Atlanta. I'm gonna play what do you call it? Underdogs here in the East. I think the
Okay.
underdogs will win.
Okay. Okay. So
So that
then.
means Atlanta would face Boston for me, and
Mhm.
then I would face Orlando would face Chicago, and I feel like Orlando would be Chicago still. That would
Atlanta would be Chicago. You're talking about no. You're saying
yes, because I feel like Atlanta would win.
and go to the seventh,
Yes,
and then you're saying
and then
Orlando. Oh,
and then
Orlando,
Orlando would face
Chicago.
Chicago, and I feel like Orlando would win, would putting them eighth. But you feel like Orlando would win that one, so that puts
Yes.
Orlando in
But-
seventh, and then
Yes.
Atlanta would face Miami.
Yes. And when it comes to that matchup, I'll definitely take your take on Trey Young having to prove something. He can probably get those guys out of here still and get smoked by the Cavs. So either way, them niggas is gonna smoke because Boston and the Cavs is technically they're gonna probably be there at the end of it all. Oh, maybe Knicks might pull something out the ass.
It's
I actually can't believe Detroit is in the fucking playoffs. That is crazy.
Yeah, Detroit's been balling still, but
Yeah.
it's Boston and Cavs. I
Yeah,
don't think we're
100%.
gonna have any things here. The West, I don't know, fam.
It's gonna be OKC.
No,
Yes, and well for me, OKC and I don't know if Golden State and the Lakers is a sticky one. I don't know. They should have lost
all
a couple
these
games still
man,
to be on the
all
fourth.
all these games are like the West is actually crazy the way like first round. Obviously, OKC will beat Thing whoever
Yeah,
they play. Like I feel like OKC will either beat Dal whoever. It doesn't matter, but
yeah, they're
OKC,
gonna smoke them.
yeah, they're gonna win. But everything else is tricky, fam.
The fourth and the fifth. Who you got?
I don't know. I don't want to see Denver lose first round to the Clippers. I'd be cheese.
Yeah, but fuck,
I'd be
Kawhi.
cheese.
Kawhi's playing, bro. Kawhi might
Yeah, but if
playoff
Jokic
Kawhi.
playoff Jokic is even worse.
That would be a good. That's a good game. Those are good. So those are some good games.
Like Lakers versus Golden State. I don't know, fam.
That's a good one.
Golden State's been balling.
I know. And you, Jimmy, hit me, and Curry. Oh man, that might be a problem for the Lakers.
And then it's like even if so, like Memphis versus Houston is tricky too because let's just say Memphis gets in.
Mm-hmm.
They have Ja, fam.
I know. I know.
Hear me out. Let's just say Minnesota gets in. They have
got
Anthony
Edwards.
Edwards, fam. And yes, I know those young boys in Houston been balling, but like I don't know, fam. Like they don't have playoff experience like that.
I know.
They
I
don't
know.
have the playoff experience where I feel like the other teams might just kind of ruin them.
I know. Yo, listen, I can't wait for Ja and Anthony Edwards to actually be who they're supposed to be, bro. those guys are superstars, man. Like I want them to be like, I want them to talk about them niggas like how they talk about Bronny and them niggas, man. Because those guys, if they're on point, man, they're gonna win some chips, bro. And I want to see them. I want to see them flourish. I want Jimmy to win a chip this year. I like Jimmy. I like Butler. I think he deserves a chip. I think he deserves a chip still. And I like Sha. Obviously, hometown hero. I don't think this year is his year. Depending on who he goes up against still. Because in the 7-game series, if it is OKC and Cavs, the 1-1s, I think Cavs will smoke them still. In 7 games. I think that's the one thing people always forget. Like this, the playoffs is not like, it's not one and done. It's actually 7 strategic fucking games going back and forth, traveling, playing the same people, mixing up your strategies, like playing differently every game. Like it's very like, yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's
very tedious.
That's when the coaches start really finding out how good they are.
Yeah, man.
They start making adjustments and things, but I still think Boston is running it back though.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
No.
If Tatum is healthy and Porzingis is healthy, they're running that back. Don't get it twisted.
I think Knicks will give them a run for their money still. I think Knicks
is banged up.
We'll see.
Jalen Brunson is Jalen Brunson even back yet?
Not sure.
Yeah, Knicks is banged up.
Well, it's playoffs. These guys get some extra strength, man. When it comes to playoff season, they'll figure it out.
Who's the next person you want to see on Carson on stream?
Kanye West. Kanye! The pants fell down. Kanye! Yay!
You know who I want to see?
Who?
I want to see this guy.
Oh my god. Raging.
Right? So look, pause. Right? So look. So y'all took showers together, right?
No, but we be separated with swimming trunks.
That's what I mean. That's what I don't understand. Y'all had sleepovers before, right?
Yeah, but not like that. Like,
yeah. So no, I didn't mean it like anything. I meant it like how y'all meant it. I want to sleep over too. I want to sleep with y'all niggas too. That's how I meant it. Pause. I know. That was a lot. But that's what I meant. It's like if y'all was in the shower, then y'all was in the shower. Y'all took a shower together. So I'm like, well, shit, I'll take a shower with them niggas. Like on the stream, you know what I'm saying? Of course, with clothes on, bro. You know what I mean?
all right, Uncle Ray. Yo, can I call you up?
You know what? You could call me Unc, man. I can't like the next sleepover. Like if I'm not invited, it's cool. I just be heard about it. But I was heard about the first one, and I'm like, damn, man, these niggas in the city, they over there sleeping in the bed. Like I want to sleep in the bed too.
What's wrong with Ray J?
I don't mean with you. I mean I want my own bunk. Kevin Hart got a bunk. Drewski got a bunk. Nigga, this a big night. This one of the biggest nights. I want to sleep too, my nigga.
Ray J just wants to be on the floor. If he had one wish, he would be on Carson, not staying on the floor.
If I had one wish, I'll be at your door, sleeping at your crib. I sleep all on the floor. If I had one wish.
Ray J just wants to sleep right here, fam. He just wants to sleep right here. Drewski and them are just chilling, doing their thing.
Yo, Ray J is funny, man.
I'm telling you, Ray J is way more viral than Orlando Brown. Yo, Pushkeyz got arrested. And it was crazy, right? Because somebody sent me a video about him the other day. And I was just like, yo, bro. Like, you know, if the boy didn't watch this shit, he might go to jail, right? I hope it's not for the same situation, but this goes back to the conversation I was having with you about this young gentleman. Like, you know what I'm saying? He seems very, very talented. But he's gotta, you know, I think he's gotta understand where to put his talents and where to what two not to do online. Yeah, because I didn't like hearing this. That's all.
I have nothing to say. You said everything. You said everything. You said everything, man. I'm sick of these niggas going to jail and they have talent still. Like, listen. You guys like to smoke your ops on the record. Start busting some guns on the record. You know what I'm saying? Do everything you want to do on the streets on the record. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop this, man. It's annoying.
Yeah, and just stop posting hot shit on the gram. We don't care if you're running down people or anything. Just post music.
That's it. That's all we want to see.
This is actually crazy, fam. Like, did Doovie okay this?
Was Doobie even on the record? Is the question.
It's Doovie right now. So hold on, you think that's AI?
No. I mean, he could have got the feature before Doovie went away, but like, are they saying that's really Doovie, or are they saying it's like someone rapping in Doovie style?
No, what they're saying is this guy is playing Doovie for the song.
Holy crap.
He's impersonating Doovie.
I fall back, and I'm still holding your deepest secrets. I was so deep, I'm getting seasick. You ain't doing nothing, then you legion. The block put their faith in me. I ain't never understood you ever believe. Good memories priceless. You live in cheap. You stuck on the bed side, still grieving.
Like, I get them. On two sides, I get it. It would make sense for them to have Doovie on this to obviously promote Doovie, but I think Doovie himself should be on the radar. I think a man impersonating Doovie for the first time, Doovie being on the radar, is crazy.
I'm just trying to see if there's an actual song, Mustafa the Poet featuring Doovie. That's what I'm really trying to figure out, because
see if there's a real Mustafa the Poet and Doovie song out there.
I'm dead ass serious, because like, if you're dropping an unreleased and it has Doovie's vocals, I don't know the back end of his stuff. Like, I don't know if he got the go ahead to do this stuff, but like, I'm not giving the go ahead to do this. Like, I don't know, bro. I'm not giving the go ahead. Even if it's an unreleased record or whatever the case may be that we're gonna release later on, or even if you like release it the same day this freestyle dropped, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, but like, what is the idea? Like, why do this? Like, why perform that record out of all the songs you have? You have a whole album. You have a whole album out. You have Name of God. What happened to Muhammad? I Man. What about the record Leaving Toronto with Daniel Caesar? Why did you do that on the radar? Why did you do a song with a man in the bin?
He didn't want to get blacklisted for that one again.
I'm just saying, like, I don't really understand why. Why did you do a song? Why did you do it when the man is in the bin, fam? Like, I don't get it still.
Yeah, that one kind of confused me too. I was like, out of all the songs that you guys could have picked to do, and I hope Doovie
okayed it. I hope so too. I really, really, really hope so too. And if he does, then whatever we said goes out the window. But like,
not really though. Not everything we said, because I still feel like even if he okayed it or not, I still feel like that's a bad move on Doovie's part. For Doovie's first time on the radar should be him on the radar. Even if he never makes music again, and you know what I'm saying, like, and he comes out, he changes his life, he doesn't want to do music, or if he does or doesn't, I just feel like Doovie the person himself should be on the radar for the first time you ever hear Doovie. It shouldn't be through another man's feature at that, and then the man's impersonating you. Like, that's crazy, bro.
Like, the man is masked up, bro. Impersonating you. That is crazy.
Fam, it's not even like the man got one of Doovie's dogs to do it. That's another thing too. Like, yeah, I don't know. There's levels to it for me, but
yeah. He could have had one of the man them come and do it, bro. And it says featuring Doovie. It does say featuring Doovie.
Where?
Oh my god, this is ridiculous.
Oh, on the radar?
Yes, bro.
Yes,
I ain't fucking with that, bro. That's crazy. I thought it was cap. I thought it wasn't even Doobie. I thought they were just joking.
No, the song really does have Doovie on it, but I guess it is unreleased because I can't find it nowhere. I'll let you know where you have to find it on Reddit or the next place.
Fam, it's not out because I'm pretty sure Gabe is not.
My nigga on vacation a few blocks away. He just came home for some gunplay. Wanted beauty but gave the wrong fate. 100 crimes to get paid. The finish line is the red tape. I can feel what you don't say.
Okay, other than us,
My nigga on vacation a few blocks away. He just came home for some gunplay. Wanted beauty but gave the wrong fate. 100 crimes to get paid. The finish line is the red tape. I can feel what you don't say. You haven't slept in 6 days. Doing drills in the dream state. Doing drills from any pain in any way. Shout out my shadows. Shout out my shadows. If there wasn't a problem, maybe there would be scholars. Shout out to my shadows. I see my shoulder. If we didn't have armor, I think we would be farther. To my nigga on vacation.
so what do you think of it, other than us being haters?
The lyrics is cool. You know, I won't. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I'm not gonna.
You don't like the guitar? You don't like the doom, 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 doom,
It's
doom?
acoustic. It's acoustic rap.
You don't,
I think.
you don't like that?
I think it's cool. I think it's a cool little thing. I think, to be real with you, like the difference, you know, it's acoustic hip hop, acoustic rap, whatever. Like no matter the context, it's a good idea. Anything hip hop is a good idea. Like, you know what I'm saying? Is it something that I would listen to on a daily basis? No. But fuck, who gives a fuck about me? You know what I'm saying? If people rock with it, they rock with it. You know what I'm saying? I just don't feel it. Like I would listen to it. I'll give it a listen. I'll give it a run. If I actually feel the bars, I'm playing it on my show for sure. I'll play it on the Mandem shows, songs of the week, and we haven't done it in a while, but I'll play it on the songs of the week. But it's like it's just not like something I would listen to. I would not listen to that. You know what I'm saying? On a daily. I'm not gonna go on the TV and put up Mustafa the Poet Shatas. I'm not putting that in my fucking TV. But I'm sure many people are. And what I just heard, it was pretty dope. And the lyrics were dope.
Vegas doesn't want to hear that on his timeline. Vegas don't want to hear that on the timeline.
It's my honest opinion. You know what I'm saying? I have to have I gotta have an honest opinion about things that I listen to. He's from my city. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of whatever I say, shout out you. You're doing it. You're doing whatever. We're doing what we tell people to do.
Fact.
You're doing what we said. We sat down with motherfuckers and be like, yo, this is where you need to go. You're there. So shout you out. And honestly, shout out the fact that you want to put Doovie in a better light in that position, in those eyes. But I think the execution of it was horrible. I think that you could have one of the 17 Mandem you could have linked up with it and brought them over there. You know what I'm saying? And to do his part instead of doing it that way.
Just got like a singer boy thing going in. You know?
Didn't even have like even if the man was masked up with the free Doovie. Remember when Yayo was in jail, the man that had the free Yayo shirts and his stuff was playing in the background, everybody was just doing the part? Not even a free Doovie with the bars?
Doovie,
like this?
Easy. Oh, free Dovias is crazy.
What did we get in the group was with academics? What's he on now, man?
Who?
Oh, the same shit we talked about 2 days ago. The female rapper list.
Oh, fuck that. I guess we can get to Black Ops after. I want to run this.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's crazy. Someone on my Twitter was like, yo, why did they clone a fucking 12,000-year-old puppy? And I'm like, because they have fetishes. Like, what other reason would you want to do?
So this was just that they were 20 to 25% larger. They were stockier. They probably weren't as fast based on kind of their body weight as a normal wolf would be. But we knew that they had thicker skulls, a larger cranium, and whatnot. And we assumed that and we did find this out in the genome, which is pretty cool, that they were white, because there's like this misconception for a while that they were red. So who looks like a baby? And we nailed it. We named her.
Can we hear it? Let me hear her.
We named Khaleesi for George R. R. Martin, obviously.
Obviously.
Who's an investor in Colossal.
Oh, wow. Oh. Nature's cute little murderers.
Well, everything in nature.
So how do you feel about these niggas cloning and bringing back 10,000-year-old animals? These are the world's first de-extinct animals.
And they were born on October 1st, 2024.
Yes.
How come we're now knowing about this? Well, they wanted to see if they stayed alive?
That's
because now people are putting it out there. Like
actually said on X.
Before they weren't speaking about it, so you didn't know about it. Like God only knows all the things that they were hiding from the world, bro. Like at this point, like what Keep Six is saying, it seems funny because we are in the Jurassic Park era, but fam, if you're able to bring back an extinct fucking wolf, I'm pretty sure you're able to bring back an extinct reptile.
Fam, if they can bring back an extinct mammal, then they're just gonna bring back motherfuckers from the dead.
Ooh, that's even a sicker one. Saying we're in the Severance world. Niggas is putting severed things into, like, are they even born? Or are they just putting like these things, severed bodies or severed animal mind, into like next created animals that they're just processing from?
Bro,
like I don't know what to believe in this.
I don't know either. Like I like, how do they do this? Like I think that's my question. Like, how does this done? Like, how do you take an extinct animal? Like, where do you find the DNA to do that? Like, how's the process done?
Over time.
Okay, so this is what we'll just get to it. You made a fucking dire wolf.
I didn't. Our team, our incredible team, made 3 dire wolves so far.
Let's see the photos.
Fucking
Jamie,
3 of
bust
them,
out
not
the
even
photos.
just one.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself, because
a man, a female,
fucking crazy,
and a trans.
Yeah, that's the pup.
Yeah. So is so that's actually Romulus. We have 2 boys, Romulus and Remus, founders from, and then we have Khaleesi, who's the new girl. So this is Romulus and Remus. Right. We knew that they were a Pleistocene wolf. We knew that they existed and went extinct about 12,000 years ago, when a lot of megafauna went extinct, like during kind of that younger dryas kind of cooling period. They went extinct as well, right? And we know, because all we have is, we don't have frozen dire wolves or frozen samples. We literally just know from skeletal remains that they were 20 to 25% long way over time. That they were 20 to 25% larger. They were stockier. They probably weren't as fast based on kind of their. See, yeah, that's the
difference.
Well, so the
one of them, if it was in a trap, you'd be so sad.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
The little guy on the left, if he was in a trap, I'd be like, oh, look what we killed. Isn't that funny? Just a little bit of fur.
Yeah.
It makes you love them.
And that's the color that we think most mammoths were.
Really? They were like a blonde.
They were like a golden brown color, right? Because when we pull them out of the permafrost, they've been sitting in mud for quite some time. But if you see very fresh mammoths, like from Siberia and whatnot, like, and you actually said on.
So it seems like they're just getting little pieces from it and like whatever, and they're just creating. That's what I'm saying. Like, we don't even know if they're really creating wolves, if this is a dire wolf. They're just creating something that's similar or close to it, that has its DNA, and then saying that it's that.
Right. like you said, what else are they creating in that fucking dungeon lair that they have over there?
Not even that. The man in the comments said the best thing, and yet you still haven't found a cure for diseases like cancer and other deadly viruses. It's crazy. We just had a whole fucking pandemic, but yet you niggas are cloning shit.
You're right. A pandemic that you guys ran and told us we need to get needles for
no reason.
For no fucking reason.
But yeah, you're cloning fucking mice. Rugrats, mammals. I'm telling you though, the next step they're gonna clone a dinosaur. Don't be surprised.
Yeah, exactly. I think so too, bro. And then they're gonna take over the world.
Wow, my boy's losing. No, eh? Pierre should have never said that fucking thing. Shit, he lost all the black votes with that
What did he say?
That he's not dealing with the fucking what is it called? The bail stuff. He's sending all them niggas to jail, hard bail, everything. All them criminals, all you guys.
I don't
all
think
these
this is
criminals
true,
in the
man. I don't think this is true. I think this is. I don't think they want Polyev in office, but I honestly do personally feel like he needs to be in office. I think if we continue this liberal government, it's not gonna be good. Look at the fucking gas prices now. The man axed the carbon tax, and look how low this shit is. That has to mean something. We have trade wars going on. Trump just paused the shit 90 days again. As a matter of fact, today he paused the tariffs for most nations on 90 days, but he raised the Chinese taxes up 125%, 125%. He's not playing with China. But I was reading somewhere that like eggs in America, they're like $10 a carton. And that's because China sells the nutrients that makes the chicken them fertile. So if they're having the issues and shit, the fucking eggs in America are not producing fast enough for the demand. So they have to raise up the price, which is really fucked up on Trump's part for doing all of this. But Trump paused the shit for 90 days. But I feel like he did that for 90 days so the stock market goes back up. Because the stock market is really, 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 really low. Like niggas lost like bands. Right? So now that he paused it, it has the opportunity to build back up. So everybody that wants to get into the market, they can start buying low. They buy now. So once it rises up, they'll get their money double. And I feel like Trump does this shit on purpose. I don't think he does it for shits and giggles. Hope I brought up them dips in the market. We up. You see? Look what I just told you. Shout out to Rock Nitty, my boy. Yeah, now it's going back up because he paused the tariffs. What do you think is gonna happen? Man said it's a red tag sale. Holy crow.
That's crazy.
Red tag sale.
Niggas are up like 7.
You know what I'm saying? So like if you guys are into the crypto thing and XRP and all those stuff, like you better start buying now because it's only gonna go up. That's why I told my boy, I was like, you just chill. Don't try to sell out, right? You have to wait on these things because it's always gonna go up and down, you know?
Yeah, it's gonna be up and down. I think I was telling Gucci that the other day too. Like I told him, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that Trump's in office, he was just like, nah, it's gonna go up, it's gonna go up. I'm like, no, it'll take a dip.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying everything always does. And look, this is all you needed. Boom. Took a huge dip. Pause.
Exactly.
Took a huge
Is Drake's Nokia the biggest threat to Kendrick Lamar and SZA's Hot 100 supremacy?
Jesus Christ. Yes. Baby girl. But I'm over this though. I really am. I don't care anymore about them. I don't care about both of them. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick, actually, not really. Well, the problem is they not like us is not the problem anymore. It's Luther.
Yep.
So
they have found the perfect record in Luther.
Mm-hmm. So if Luther gets a music video, who knows what happens? It might gain, and especially if the music video is amazing, because okay, here's the thing. The music video could still be amazing, but people are going to be like, oh, see, he took shots at Drake. And that's going to be the problem.
Well, they did it when Drake dropped, right? They took shots at Drake. They did the same thing, right?
He was really taking shots, though. He was really doing it.
I think the main question for me, though, do you think he will drop a video now that it did what it did? It's like fucking 3 months down the line. Do you do a video still?
Yeah, because he did the same thing with They're Not Like Us.
And he never took that long to drop the video.
He never took that long per se, because Luther. When did Luther become the number one song? It's been number one for like a few weeks now, like 8 weeks
I think after the Grammy.
after the Grammys. So when was the Grammy? Like a month ago, 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Actually, the Grammys is in what, February?
Mm.
Because Super Bowl's in February, so the Grammys was probably in February, March sometime. So it's like what? Yeah, it's been a while. I still think he drops a video because I don't think we're gonna get. They're going on tour too, so I think it would make sense. At some point, I think you drop the video either on tour or right before tour, or if you really want to be dickheads, you drop it after the tour, and then you go away for a little bit, and then really let it slide for the whole year.
Mm.
Imagine if it's like a short film and you have all these big actors and everything in it where you could watch the short. You have two versions of it, one that you can watch it on his page, one you can watch on her page, or you have another one where it's like the short version with just the song, or it's a long version where it's the whole fucking film. I'm giving them way too much sauce. I'm giving way too much. But yeah, I see a video coming. They'd be dumb not to do a video. I take that back because one of my favorite songs of all time doesn't have a music video.
Do you remember Fran's Dresser?
No.
She was the white lady that played the nanny.
Oh yeah.
Back in the show, she always talk like, "Hey," she always had that really pitchy voice.
She died?
No, she never died. She recently spoke to Page 6 about her sex life, and she goes, she has a rotation of friends with benefits. It's a white lady, by the way, guys.
Mm-hmm.
If a black girl said that, what are we looking at her as?
Oh.
Someone said friends with benefits. That's so funny.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one still. That is funny. Shout out to Fran Dresser though. She was bad back in the day. She was bad.
She was kind of bad back in the day.
Yeah. I wonder if she had those friends with benefits all those years.
But she looked like she got really old.
I mean, come on, like she was like what, 40s when we were young, or 30s maybe. The age difference, like if you look at a 30-year-old 20 years ago and a 30-year-old now, or even 40, it's a big fucking difference, bro. Like we look very young. Like the young people of these days is very, very, very young. Look at like good looking, very good looking.
Yeah, she was alright back in the day. She was alright.
I wonder how. Never mind. Never mind.
What?
Nah, I can't say it.
Type it to me, I'll say it.
Yeah, okay, on the back chat, pause.
Type it to me on WhatsApp.
Okay.
No one, you want to know what's crazy? I never watched the show.
No, you never? I watched the one too.
I watched it like a couple of times, but I say I wasn't a fan of it. I didn't think it was that funny that everybody thought it was. So she said she had one on rotation.
Yeah.
How old is she?
Now? Let's find out. Fran Drescher. She is born in 1957. It makes her 67 years old, man. And she's been divorced since 1999 and had a domestic partner for 2 years, 2014 to 2016. And I guess she's been doing her thing since.
To the people them that are out here that have ever experienced, we always talk about the black, with JJ. Talk about the Spanish with JJ. Technically, I guess this would be Caucasian, but what about the flu with JJ? And if you don't know a flu one, that's the flu that rhymes with. You know what I'm saying? What if I had a jeweler? all these rappers like jewelry. Does Jew and flu rhyme though? Kind of.
Yes, it does. Jew and flu definitely rhymes.
Yeah. All these rappers like their jewelry.
Fuck it. Is Jew pussy turn up or what? Who experienced that? Because I never even really met. I never even met like a Jewish woman before. So like, I never met a. I don't even think I went to school with any of them.
Hold on.
So yeah, that's all I wanted though.
Let me close this on Google.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Is there any of that kind in the world? You're a nasty guy, man. Yeah, I want to know, man. Like that's an interesting. I don't know why we never really intersect. I guess they go to their own schools and stuff. You know, they have their own area. You know, they have their own little block. Bathurst and Steeles. The whole of Bathurst. Up and down, west to east, I think is that communities.
Steeles.
Yeah, Bathurst and Steeles, though. Yeah. I remember one of my homies' ex-girls used to work at the No Frills over there, and she was the cashier. She's just doing grocery bills was sick, man. Like sick. She was a sick, man. Did you hear about how they're gonna do the self checkout now? You have to put the bag on the thing and it just weighs the price now?
No.
Yeah, they're not playing. Everything's in there. You put it down and you weigh the price. No more trying to scan stuff. Because nobody really scans everything. I do. I'm an honest man. But some people are not scanning shit. I seen a girl at the dollar store with an unopened headphones and asking the lady, I need to test this before I buy it. Bitch, it's sealed. What do you need to test? Like, what? These niggas is ghetto out here, mo. These niggas is ghetto, B.
So apparently, like, they're like, it's not that different from us, man. They regular, fam.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm reading up on all this stuff and they're regular, fam.
No.
It's not that big of a difference.
Oh, okay.
We just don't see it as much because they're going like they're better than everybody, you know what I'm saying? So they're going like they don't do it and everything, but they probably do it. They just have everything. Everything is home videos. They don't actually put it out.
Okay.
You know them ones?
Okay.
Them are home video kind of people. They just hold it and they're watching in their own time, but they're not gonna put that on like P Hub or Twitter.
So they're not trying to make like a West Coast Productions or anything like that.
I'm not seeing JEW Productions presents.
Oh, okay. So does that
the oral cost?
Oh wow. Okay. Now you're teetering. The oral cost.
The one lady sucked the whole city to death, fam. Oh my god!
You got to make a film to stop Smittler from exterminating our tribe. I have to suck off the whole SS opera officers one by one and slit their throat.
Yo, we really have to film that parody, fam. Oh my god!
As soon as they reach orgasm, we're on to the next.
Let's give the idea to Ryan.
Oh, right.
Let's give it to Ryan. We know he'll do it. 100% he'll get the girls to do it too. We just want the Mandem production somewhere. Just put the Mandem gave you the idea somewhere at the end credits, fam.
Yeah.
Fam, I'm really gonna try to give him that idea still, you know.
That'll be so fucked. That'll be fam. That'll be so fucked. That'll be funny though.
It would be funny as shit.
That would be funny as shit, yo.
Man, I have issues. I don't even know why I thought of that.
You know those. I know we talked about it one time. We're like, this ain't like that show, like this ain't the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
This ain't Anne Frank.
Hello. Don't let you watch this show.
Let's switch topics, man. My head is not good. Head sick. Mad sick, head no good. Mad sick, head no good. Hello. Sick.
Mad, see me out of tone with it. Say me can't out the bone with it. Someone sit out the bone with it. Had some really say them. Whoa. Sure. This is funny too. Bawa's been going viral a lot. Have you been seeing that?
Well, I seen one thing where Bow Wow said, what did he say about my boy? He's saying
He's not
something
good
about
with,
Omarion and shit, yeah.
And that Sierra needs to give her flowers.
Sierra used to give him what? What did Sierra used to do? Is Casco being done?
Is that crazy? Bawa
Like-
asking a stud to twerk is actually kind of wild still.
You know you never put that on the screen yet, right?
Oh my gosh, my bad.
It's okay. You're a rookie.
So bow while I do.
Yo, do you know how to twerk, nigga?
Shit, so bow while I do.
Oh wow. Ew. I don't want that guy. I don't want that person to twerk. Oh my god.
Bow while I
Who is that? DDG or Trey Songs?
Trey Songs. I said is that DDG or Trey Songs. DDG could have did.
I know. But still, it could have been an old footage. Bow Wow's cool.
Is Bow Wow for that one?
Yeah, he is.
He needs to relax.
That person looks like a man. Yeah, no, sir.
Yeah, you asked him a stud for, and then the stud actually confirming that they would twerk for Bow Wow
For him.
Crazier.
That's
even
crazy.
crazier.
Yeah. No, shout out to him. Did you hear about this fucking Nav shit?
No.
Billboard disqualifies 64,000 units from Nav's fraudulent album sales. His new album, On My Way to Rexdale, officially sells 18,000 units first week, debuting at 37 on the Billboard. Ooh.
How much?
He sold 18,000 first week, and they disqualified 64,000 units.
Oh, so the frauders.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
I don't know where to take. I don't know where to take this. I can go left. I can go right. Where do I go?
Let's be honest about it. It shows that Nav, like, what's surprising you that Nav is bottling down the place. I don't know. I don't think Nav has a fan base like that. I've been spoke about this from time that I don't think his promo and the way they've been promoting him and pushing him. I don't know.
Like I said, I can go left or I can go right. Pick one.
Pick both. I pick both.
Pick one first.
Go left.
It's brown.
So
it's fraudulent. Bots.
Oh,
brown. Now on the right side of the scale. On the right side of the scale.
I wasn't even thinking like that shit.
Now Nav, like you, I think you're right about the fans per se, but 18,000 first week, I think that's good for him. I don't think that's negative. I don't know why they would want to always try to push something like that is not there. It's not like he had a hit single. He never had a hit follow up. There was not a song that was like, oh yeah, that new Nav was like super crazy and the video was going crazy. Like
no super features,
right? So I mean, like, it's fine. Like 18,000 is cool for what you did. Like you didn't do much. You did like a little one on the radar freestyle or whatever. But like, I think people are forgetting that you still need to have fucking hits, bro. The one thing that America is beating Canada by is the hits. All the American motherfuckers have hits to back up whatever. Even if they don't have good sales, They have great hits. Coi Leray has a hit, and she doesn't have a good album. Cardi B been banking on her first album for how much years? Almost 10 years now. And just have hits on hits on hits. She don't need an album. Migos and Quavo and Offset, great hits. Good hits. Hits that we remember. Album not so good. It doesn't matter about the album, man. Canadians, fam, right now, they don't have hits. The last greatest hit Canada ever produced, technically, for a worldwide scale, was fucking probably Attachments.
Nothing after? Like Tory Lanez didn't drop anything after that was big?
I'm talking of okay. If you want to count,
underground. You're saying for the underground guys.
yeah. But if you want to count, because I think okay, well, if you think Nav and Tory is on the same lane, then yeah, Tory obviously has like Who Needs Love, and I don't even know, even maybe Tory too. No, sorry. What about the city cop? No. That song's that we'll be in the all night. That one. Praise to the Most High. That was his hit still. That was his hit. But after that, I don't think he had nothing else. So, but regardless, Tory knows what he has to do. Tory needs to make hits, and he has proven to make hits when he needs to.
Nav only makes hits when there's people around him, though. I think that's the difference. It's like to me, all the songs that I know people like Nav for have people on it. The song I like with Weeknd. Champions have Travis Scott, like don't
Lemonade.
you I never heard that song.
You did. It goes I don't know if it's called Lemonade, but what's his name's on it too. Dude, I said my neck, something it gets I get it wet. She
Gunna?
Yeah. Gunna and Don Toliver and those guys. Lyrical Lemonade, the Lyrical Lemonade record.
Okay, then there's the other song that you played. You played a song for me the other day, and I could have sworn it has somebody on else on it. He never sleep.
Yeah,
and who's on that? Like, Travis Scott or somebody's on that?
I think it's Travis Scott.
The song with Meek Mill.
Yeah.
He always has. I think that's the problem with Nav is his hits have somebody on it.
Yeah.
So now you put out an album where there's nobody on it and you don't have no hits. It's just like, nah. Like, nah.
But yeah, 18,000 is fine for a guy with no hits still. I'm not gonna cap. The fraud thing is crazy though. 64,000 units is crazy. You should have just done 18,000.
That's what I'm saying. The fact that you boosted it so much,
it's crazy.
Like you boosted it like almost like 50k fucking bots you got pretty much. That's a lot, bro.
That's a lot. That's like over 300,000. A boost of 300% is nuts.
So
just chill, B.
So what does he say? Has his team responded? Like, what do your team even say? What do we say? We don't know what happened. Like,
it wasn't us. we let our marketing be handled by an Indian corporation of Nav's family.
So we saw you had bots. It wasn't me. Starting biting over shoulder. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
I see on Instagram. It wasn't me.
Who's the next person that you want to see go on a platform and talk? Because I feel like Shannon Sharp and Cam Newtons are the ones that's actually holding down the interview game. And these are sports people. Like, they don't even, you know what I'm saying? I would thought they'd have sports people on there, but like they're opening up their doors to like artists and people. Like, who's the next interview you want to see? Like, who do you want to hear from a platform that really talks to people?
Breakfast Club and Drake. I think that's needed for the culture. I think before the Breakfast Club goes away, I think they need a Drake interview. I think it's needed. I think to see that back and forth between Charlamagne and Drake, the fact that we haven't got that in Drake's 10 years of like the first 5 years is whatever, but the 10 years after when he started really taking over, the fact that we never got that is crazy.
But we're never gonna see that, I don't think.
I know, but we should. I think that's the only thing that matters. I think that would be the only, like, that's the only interview that matters right now.
A Drake interview on a real platform.
On the Breakfast Club, not even a real platform.
On the Breakfast
It
Club.
needs to be on the Breakfast Club. And I think it's like Shannon Sharp and those guys didn't really hurt. I think they kind of helped the interview platforms. I think the streamers hurt those guys. I think the streamers are the reason why people don't go to Breakfast Club and other places and get grilled and get, you know what I'm saying? Like, they really find out weird shit about them.
Is it because they're just, well, obviously their job is to interview, whereas a streamer, their job is to entertain their audience. There's just two different avenues to of entertainment, and I feel like the artists are even more. I would say the artists are even more personally connected to more streamers, because it's more like you're my buddy, you're my friend, like how we conduct our interviews. It's not like we're grilling you down with questions. We're actually just shooting the shit, right? Like if I'm just meeting you for the first time, I'm asking you questions to get to know you, not to say like, oh, so you went from here and you went from there. Why did you make that decision? Like, no, like it's actually just we're having a conversation. I feel like that's the streamer strength as opposed to an interviewer strength. Why would I want to go and get fucking dig down with questions when I can just go kick up with a streamer, drink, be myself? You know what I'm saying? Watch shit, like react to things. I think yeah, you're right. The streamers hurt the interview platforms for sure. How do we blend the both though? How do we blend the two?
It goes back to the same argument that we were having with DT Beats and Macadelic and them. It's the artists. Everything draws to the artists. If the artists are lazy and the music is shit, the streams and everything is gonna go down. Like if the artists are not creative and they're not working with the producers, they're not gonna make a sound for whatever state, country, whatever you're in. If the artists are not, if they're only gonna go to streamers, the interview platforms are gonna die down too, because it's like it has to be a balance. If you're gonna go to Kai Cenat, Aiden Ross, QDC, I doesn't fucking interview these niggas, but like if you're gonna go to all these different streamers, you should go to a Breakfast Club, Elliot Wilson, who for some reason nobody interviews him anymore. Like you should like spread it out. It can't just be you guys all want to go to Shannon because Shannon's hot. What about the rest of the guys that are the reason why Shannon's hot? Like still go there too. So I think that's the problem. We see it over here too. Niggas only go one place because it's hot. And it's just like, okay, well, how do you expect the rest of the city to flourish if you're just going to one spot? It goes the Six Buzz problem. People used to always go to Six Buzz. That's why Six Buzz blew up, but the rest of the city couldn't blow up because everybody just wanted to go to Six Buzz. If Six Buzz wasn't behind it, nobody wanted to get behind it. Now it's become, if Keep Six is not behind it, nobody really wants to get behind it. And it's a foolish thing. So how you have to spread the wealth everywhere.
Yo, that's what a run is supposed to be, right? But they don't know the meaning of run. You know? I mean, so what about this as an artist? What if you want to do a run, but a lot of the platforms, the quality isn't like up to par or up to your standards? And what do you do then? Do you still go on those platforms just because?
Depends. There's when it comes to quality, what are you saying? Because a lot of the platforms do have the quality. They might not have I think that it's not the quality. I think it's the views.
It's the views.
A lot of the platforms don't have the views, but a lot of the platforms have the quality and they have the sound is proper. A lot of them do have sound. Fam, the person that runs the best one doesn't have the best sound. Like, what are we talking about?
And I'm just saying, like, I'm just trying to figure things out. But yeah, you're right, man. At the end of the day, a run is a run. You go on everybody, you see everybody, you talk about your shit to everybody. Like, you don't just stick to the high ones. But whatever. That's just how the world is, man. They want to go visit somebody, and it just goes down to, and interviewers, like platforms also are biased too when it comes to this. You want to visit a platform that has a following so you can be seen, and vice versa. As a platform, you want to bring up the guests with the fucking numbers so that your platform can be seen. So there is winners, but nobody wants to win. They all want to lose because that's a losing formula if you're just picking and choosing. because the next 5 years is going to be five artists with major following. Are you going to just interview those 5 artists for the whole 5 years?
Pretty much.
This is for you, bro. You seen this?
Yeah, I'm not even fucking with that still. I haven't had Crumble in a minute. Crumble.
No.
I was talking to Gucci about the problem with Crumble. I think the quality started becoming down. So it's like when you're eating cookies, it's not even. You're just tasting dough. You're not really tasting cookies, and they're not even cookies. They're technically like
they're cake
cupcakes. Yeah,
yeah,
they're cupcakes.
Yeah.
So,
but the Kardashians, they made a deal. They have a deal. I guess across promo. Yeah. Now, is this for the Canadian one as well?
Yes, we have it down here as well.
So you got Kylie's pink confetti sugar cookie. You got Chris's classic yellow layer cake, like you said. It's not just cookies here; it's cake as well.
Yeah.
Chloe's cookies and cream skillet chocolate, which they say fits with Chloe's brand. How much she loves black dick. So
Jesus Christ.
That's what they've been saying. We got Kendall's cookie dough cupcake cookie dough cupcake cookie. There's a lot of cookie in that shit. I like cookie dough. This looks nice. I like the cookie dough on top of the cookie. That's pretty nice. They said this is the worst one. Courtney's flourless chocolate cake, because Courtney's a vegan, so she wanted to push for more vegan things, and I heard this tastes horrible. And obviously Kim's Snickerdoodle crumb cake cookie.
The Snickerdoodle one it usually tastes good, but I feel like they had it never mind. They definitely had it that way for a reason, bro.
Why did they have it that way?
Because Kim Kardashian gets around all that nut on the cookie. I can't remember if we spoke about My Boy before we were filming or after.
Who?
Math.
We filmed it. I think we were talking about him during. I mean, I could always go back and see.
Can you really quick? Because I don't think we were doing it while we were filming. It's hot for it's not rappers. No, we didn't. We didn't speak about it.
Oh wow! So we did all that. Why did we not bring math up into the conversation?
I don't know. I think we were talking about it before, and then we were listening to the Drake thing, and then we started doing something else, and then
that's what happened. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Math Hoffa lost his barbershop. I don't know if you guys are my expert opinion fans in here, but Math Hoffa lost his barbershop. I was actually on Twitch, and I was actually on X, and shout out to Moni. Moni posted that Math lost his barbershop. You should ask the boy for a donation.
Jeez, what's up?
Those guys hate Drake over there. These guys hate Drake. But anyways, Math Hoffa lost his barbershop. We were listening to it before the show started. Saying that there was like $7,000 in electricity fees he's not paying. I believe the barbershop was shared. He was paying his portion. He'd come in the night. The owner was complaining that the barbershop's not open during hours or something like that. And the way how Math Hoffa was thinking is like, well, we did 4 pieces of content for the week. That technically lasts for the month. We don't need to be in here that much anyways. So if it's an actual barbershop, which he did say that it was an actual barbershop, it's supposed to bring business in. So by all end all, he lost his platform. He lost his platform. He lost his barbershop. And I think he was reacting to his own thing, no?
Yeah.
He was reacting to his own live stream. Like, I feel that's so vain. Like, it's like us doing this, and then we reacting to this.
It wasn't being shared. We weren't like, she wasn't like, yo, sit down. I learned about this today or whatever. So when the show became super successful, it was like a block clicking for me. You know what I mean? It was like a block clicking for me. And a
Not gonna
lot of
run all
the
of this,
deals and
like
the
14
situations
minutes.
that I got involved in weren't sound paperwork wise. Paperwork wise, it wasn't sound. It was more of like, you know, I trust you, we're gonna do this. I trust you, we're gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? Not really forming contracts and all that. Like even the guys that you know, that I fired or whatever. And you know, they go around complaining like little bitches and all that shit. But at the end of the day, even the W9s and all that shit, like they stuck me with that. You know what I'm saying? All the bread that I was paying them, they stuck me with that. These motherfuckers ain't going that they ain't telling you that they got paid. You think they telling the government? You think what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that I had to learn in this process, just learning and learning and learning and learning. And this is another thing that I had to learn. This is another thing that I had to learn, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Let's just get to the video.
We back. This is talking about his financial situation over there and what's going on. I do feel like there is like a war or some sort of war on podcasts right now.
There's definitely no war on podcasts. Your niggas is just
because I know you guys probably been wondering, yo, you guys are not dropping like you were before, and you know, MEO's been going through its ups and downs, and I was real hesitant on whether to share certain things with you guys, but fuck it. Let's all just keep it real, right? Okay, so here it is. Here it is. Let's rewind like maybe 2
So he says, here it is. And he says, let's rewind. Pretty much, yes, everything what Vegas was saying earlier. Math and the landlord were kicking off. The landlord pretty much thought that Math off
selling drugs.
Sorry, I just know John Crow in the cut.
Thank you for the donation, my brother. Thank you for the donation this month.
always
We
goes
really
down.
do appreciate you. 100%, man.
Yeah,
Thank
we're
you
gonna
so
start
much.
coming on live like around 12ish, noonish, before-ish some days. We're gonna try and do that constantly. Give you some early updates.
Yeah, we want to get in. We want to get in early before Friday comes on at 6:00. So I know you don't want to, split your time between the two of us. And father always has to get first play. You know what I'm saying? I understand, man. I understand.
Oh, just chill. Anyways, but yes. So Math having issues with his landlord. His landlord thought he was wholesaling drugs in there, wondering why like the man them weren't filming during the day. It was a big problem.
Hold on. I think the landlord think I'm selling dope.
I think the landlord think I'm selling dope. That's actually crazy. So yeah, he was saying like he was paying too much money to keep that up. It didn't make sense, so pretty much they lost the spot over there. He was saying that the only reason why he's coming out with this because he's seeing Adam 22 saying the same thing, and it's not that there's a attack on podcasts, but to say that there was. The issue is when Joe Budden was yelling out that the DSPs needed to pay you guys, nobody wanted to listen, and everybody thought that this YouTube thing would be good because there was a hot era. Everybody goes through a hot era, you know what I'm saying, or a hot moment. You get hot momentum, and my expert opinion went through that because they were the new thing. They were new, they were fresh. Again, you have a battle rapper starting a podcast with a bunch of his guys that were knowledgeable people around the media of hip-hop. You had Mecca that's dealt with people in the industry. You had Esso that dealt with people in the industry. You had Heineken that did interviews. Like, you already had a crew of people that did stuff. It made sense. The shit got hot. It was lit. They broke up. It kind of gave that Adam 22 vibes where, Bagfield went off and did their own thing and started taking shots at these guys. They had the back and forth. It was a hot period. Every hot period dies down. Meth Hoffa is a real N-word. I don't think he's into too much of the viral moments and he's not doing stuff. So the interviews kind of it was just there. That's why he tried to switch things up and he tried to do the fucking freestyles and everything. And it was like,
One more thing, he also doesn't do clips with this shit, like the proper clips. I think that's also one thing that kind of seals him, because like you don't really get a great, like there might his interviews might be so goated, but you don't clip out your stuff, bro. And I think that's an important integral piece to this whole podcasting thing, because I was even talking to Fury yesterday about, some people might not go to your long form, but people love the short form content. So if we're giving them your podcast in a short form sense, if we're cutting up the best parts, they're still taking in your interview, but they're just taking it in smaller doses. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some of them will go to the long form, but good for them that they do have a fan base that does watch long form, at least 20K per episode. But if you were to clip those now, you're seeing 1 million views easily, broski.
So it's funny that you said that, right? Because the Podfather, you know what I'm saying? Light work.
That megastar smoke with Parks. I listened to that episode. That shit don't sit right with me.
Why?
Because it ain't no megastars. And all the stars that you named were stars from the era that I'm talking about. You said Beyonce, you said Drake, you said Kendrick. I'm saying none of these niggas are stars or have star-like qualities. They fooling us into thinking.
Of the new generation.
Yes, Cardi is the star. Playboy Cardi is the star. Drake is from 2010. Kendrick Cole, all that big three shit is from 2010. If you want to claim Travis, but my point is we about to start struggling in 3 more names. And I mean, how much faith do we have in the farm system?
Right now? None. Because anybody that's lit and popping is going to just do it on their own, which is going to bypass the superstar system.
I still want that megastar smoke with Park.
So again, right? That's going to make me want to go tap into that conversation. It's a really good conversation. Okay? You heard that, right? I'm not tripping. Okay.
There's no stars, and that just goes back to me saying the same shit about Canada making hits. Nobody's making hits. There's no difference. He's absolutely right, because like these guys, fam, you know, Beyonce been making music since the 90s, bro. Do you know that they're past megastar? Like they're not mega anymore. They surpassed the megastar. Fury is not apologizing for Tupac. He definitely hates that guy. He thinks he's a fake. He's a fake actor, fake gangster. Like, go watch the interview. He doubled down on it. I'll clip it.
Please,
I'm gonna clip it. Yeah, he doesn't like that guy. He said he's a fake. He's a fake. Because we were talking about hip hop talk, and he was like, "Yeah, no, he's fake." Anyways, this guy hates Fury. But I honestly, I listen. I can't wrong him for how he feels. I can't wrong Fury if he feels like Tupac is fake. It's all written in the blueprint. He went to Baltimore arts and class. He was dancing around and shit. He got hot with Digital Underground and and then he got to jail because of rape, and he came out with fucking Death Row as a gangster rapper. Like, I don't think he's wrong in his evolution. I'm not saying he's not a great artist. He definitely impactful. I wasn't fucking with him in the 90s. I tell you that. It was on the East Coast thing. So I mean, like, if a man thinks he's fraudulent, then that's who he is. I don't think he's a gangster either. Whatever, even if it was, even if what's the Mayute's name? Haitian Jack. Even if Haitian Jack set him up, you're a fake nigga for not knowing these niggas is fucking setting you up. You really not from the streets. Like, what are you doing hanging around with this, that, and the third? You can't be just hanging around niggas. If you're a gangster, you know what's up. Even man, like us, we don't go outside. Why? Because we're just stuck in our core. We're not outside trying to be with the public and be with the people. Like, literally, we can. We have the respect to do so. But we're just too trill. We're not doing it. Like, Pac is not a gangster for that. Like, how you let the nigga set you up like that, my guy?
Vegas is actually capping right now. I mean, if certain things were situated differently, I'd be outside with the niggas I don't fuck with either. I don't care personally. But certain things is not situated where it makes me be outside. So I don't want to be outside where it's like I can't control certain things. You know what I'm saying? Outside would kind of control me. So that's the reason why I'm not outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if things change, then I'm outside. I'm saying, but yeah. But we
Nah,
don't
I'm
fuck
not.
with these niggas. Though.
I'm not
We
outside
don't
with.
fuck with
I'm
them.
not outside with outsiders. To be honest with you, stuff. My dog them is not there, fam. If I don't have a trusted face, at least 3. Like I could go dolo. I'd rather go dolo. I'll do outside dolo, but I'm not going out there with random guys. I'm not fucking with still. Like or I don't know you and all your friends. Sure, you know what I'm saying? Because all the friends I hang out with you are your friends.
I know, but even when we, you're talking about me?
That's all your friends. I hang
But yeah,
out with.
but even me, I go outside dolo. When traps thing, who did I go with?
Yeah, you went dolo. But that's what I'm saying. We could do dolo.
Richest stuff, even though it's richest people, who do I go with? Myself. Like I don't like that's one thing about me. I go everywhere technically dolo. Like I'm not. Yeah, I'm saying if you do catch me with the man them though, that's the thing too. More times I go dolo and the man them are there, and I don't even know the man them there.
And you're not even ex. You just walk up to the dog. Oh, the dog's always here. I feel extra blessed. I'm in the back turning up now. I'm drinking as a motherfucker because I know these niggas got me. But yeah, that guy hates Tupac. Old John Crow, and I'm sorry. Back to
Meth Hoffa.
Math Hoffa, or was it Joe Budden?
No, we were showing the Joe Budden clip because you're saying that he is doing Math
clips.
Doesn't have clips. He doesn't have
Math
clips.
Yeah, Math don't got no clips, bro. Like like Instagram is. I mean, YouTube is one thing, but you get lit on Instagram or TikTok. Yeah, you're goated.
I think also and just going back to the DSPs. DSPs have to start I think when Joe was stressing that, and it was something that me and Friday used to talk about all the time, is something like I wanted to be like a thing on 6 Views, but it's just like, yo, how are you guys putting out content on these Spotify pages and these stuff and they're not paying you? That's crazy. Like YouTube shouldn't be the only place where you're getting paid from a fucking podcast. That's crazy. You should be getting paid other places. I know there's probably a 1-2 other place where you should get paid from, but a place like Spotify where there's millions of frigging podcasts and on there that you can listen to and you're not getting paid from it, that doesn't make any sense. So I think that was the biggest stress, is everybody was focused on going viral and getting lit and doing that stuff, and it's cool, you're supposed to do that, but on the back end, the real struggle is that. Now, if you're getting paid from the DSPs a certain amount from dropping your podcast, that's another money that you can put back into the podcast, and that's a lot of people don't understand. I think people understand it when they get into it, how stressful and how much money you do have to put into a podcast to make a podcast blow up.
And go ahead.
No, I was just saying it's a little bit different from like an artist standpoint, because I think it's harder to blow up a podcast than it is to an artist, because an artist, you just need one hit record.
Well, I think it's the same with podcasts. I think with the podcast, it's one hit episode.
You need one hit. Hold on. You need one hit episode to get known. But if the content is still not there, you can't keep going back to that one back episode.
No.
With the artist, you can go back to that one hit song and you can perform it for years.
True.
Shout out Underground Nation, big up yourself. So that's the difference. We can have a one hit podcast episode and it can boom, but if we go downhill and the content is dry up and we're having dry up conversations, nobody's gonna give a fuck.
Yeah,
now,
but that's
go ahead. That the my youth, hey sexy lady. I seen that nigga performing that song the other day.
Say
whoop. He was performing that song the other day. Soulja Boy on Rolling Loud the other day. I'm saying these guys perform that one song. We can't perform our one podcast that got lit, or that one interview that got lit. We can't continue to perform it or continue doing it.
Right, but with that one hit podcast, we become celebrities, or we become celebrities. I'm going to say celebrities, whether it's local, whether it's domestically or internationally, we become celebrities. Now we take our celebrity and then that's where we flip it, right? We do shows now. Now we can do live shows. We can start selling merch. Like, we have to do the money on the front end / back end if we were able to get paid by the DSPs. Now I know it's difficult, but it really isn't. You know what I'm saying? We should be able to get a percentage of the plays that the DSPs offer, that gets played. So if we get 100 plays on one of our episodes, we should get a percentage of that, even if it's pennies on the dollar. If our show is bringing people to fucking buy into your subscription, then we need to get paid for that. I think that's what we're trying to defend here as podcasters or people that be presenting our podcast on these many, many podcast platforms that they are. Because it's not just Spotify. There's Apple Music. There's fucking Amazon. You can listen to our shit on Amazon. You can listen to our shit all over it. And we're seeing numbers. Like I'm seeing numbers on Kazakhstan, on fucking, and these 200 countries I can't remember, but we're seeing places hearing our voice, and we're up there in entertainment news. That means we are a driving force over there. So it's like, why not pay the creators of podcasts even a small percentage for getting people to your platform? Do you understand what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense as to why that's not happening.
Trust me. That's the one thing that used to bother me all the time, because fam, I used to see my numbers over there back in the day, and when I seen what it was doing on Spotify, fam, sometimes I remember I had an episode that was like at 25K on Spotify, I believe.
Wow.
And and my boy was just like, so, and that one time it was so funny because I didn't know at that time. So I seen the numbers, so I started checking, like, because you know me, I started doing my research, and I'm just like, oh, okay, the Spotify numbers are doing pretty good. And I'm like, damn, YouTube and Spotify. So I'm like, oh, next check's about to be nice. The check was like same, it was the YouTube thing, and I was just like, yo, so why with the Spotify? Because like I know Spotify, the man's like, yo, we don't get paid for Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what? He's like, yeah, podcasters don't get paid for putting their shit on. So I'm like, hold on. So I did my research to make sure that shit was even true, because I thought, like, you know, the niggas probably like trying to hold out money on me. I'm like, no, that shit is true. I heard Joe Budden talking about it. I'm like, whoa. So I'm like, yo, so wagwan. Like, it's definitely an issue, fam. It's definitely an issue that has to be dealt with, because I think like it'll help any podcast, because not every podcast. I think podcast is so different from just art, like music, where like not every podcast can go on tour. Not every podcast can, you know what I'm saying, go in front of a live audience. Not every podcast is built like that. I think certain podcasts are built from like just like a chill standpoint, where you just, you know, you sit back with a friend, you talk, you the whole setup, all that shit. So I think somewhere down the line, the DSPs have to figure it out, and I don't know how the artists do it, because a lot of the big podcasts are signed to some of these DSPs, so that's how they get paid.
Yeah, exactly.
So unless all the podcasts like take all their stuff off of like Spotify and all the DSPs and just go to like one place, or just figure out a way where they can band together and start getting paid, I don't see where that's gonna change.
I think you did mention someone saying going straight to Patreon, or
Ian said go to Patreon.
All right,
all podcasts should be on Patreon.
Yeah, you can do Patreon. If YouTube has members only now, you know, you could do these things too.
But then what do you do on Patreon that makes your podcast different? Why somebody would want to pay now? Putting your podcast on a paywall now. Now you have to give you what, like, for us, like, I feel like our content does deserve Patreon. I'm not gonna lie. I don't feel like we have a certain amount of fan base. I think we're getting there. We're building up the fan base as we try to be a little bit more consistent and put out more. But I still feel like the conversations that we have and the information that we're giving, we should be on Patreon. And we can do a whole bunch of other stuff that should be on Patreon. But, you know.
But like you said, it just goes back to like the what, you know, like how does this get monetized? You know what I'm saying?
Sorry to cut you. I'm not watching Joe Rogan. Like I know that Joe Rogan is the guy, but I sitting down to a Joe Rogan podcast sometimes is boring as fuck. I can't listen to Joe Rogan sometimes all the time, fam.
Because he talks like this and he's so chill. Like, so you mean to tell me that the government is really watching us through our cameras?
Wow. I don't go to Canada anymore. Yeah, I'm tired of that place. Yeah, over there, it's screwed up. Yeah, it's just he's so, and I do. Hey, fuck, man, I get it. I'm chill sometimes too. Like sometimes I'm just out of it. Like you guys want people to speak for like 2 hours and be entertained. That's hard. Some people don't got the energy. You know what I'm saying? Some people, this is their whole lives. I got a life outside of this, so you know what I'm saying. But yeah, old John Crow. I'm not a fan of my expert opinion by any means. I just want to help the podcasters in general. I'm a bag fuel guy. Eh? I'm a Esso and Heineken fam. Those are our dogs. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you have. Go check out the interview. You know what I'm saying with Esso that we did. We called actually the breakup in that interview too, or I don't know if we called it in that interview or after, but I
It
do
was
know
after you said, "Yo, these guys, it's a wrap over there." You're like, yo,
after the interview with Esso, right? I was
like,
like,
yo, it's a wrap over there. I remember, fam. It's so funny, and I'm like, you're lying. Yeah, you're like, yeah, it's a wrap. Yeah, shout out to Bagfield. They just got in. They just interviewed Beanie Man. Still,
oh yeah,
big things. Yeah, man. Yeah,
shout
man.
out our guys out there. But yeah, hold your head, math, man. There's not an attack on podcast. You guys just did the wrong things when you guys were late. You guys should have still been attacking these DSPs and telling them that you should have been getting paid for your content, but instead you wanted to feel like you're the shit. You're taking the controversy and selling it, and that's how I saw it go. What is that soaring? What's soaring? I can't see.
Stock market.
Oh, it's soaring back up now.
2009 points. How much? Hold on. It went up, fam.
So it went pretty much back to normal or higher.
Fam, it went up through the roof because like what?
Because that you see now, all the people that sold are probably cheesed.
I know.
Imagine if you didn't sell your stocks right now.
I know. You're fuck. Imagine the people that bought stocks low.
Up like 7.
Up like Bumbaclat 7, man. I should have really fucking.
Bought a
Anyways.
Bought a $200 stock. Looks like it's it.
Nice, fam. Yeah.
Anything else that's going on in the city, in the world?
Let me see. I think I might have some quick hits. Minecraft movie is probably one of the best movies out. Some people are saying Jack Black is still doing his thing. This nigga's been in fucking what's it called? Minecraft, he was Super Mario, Jumanji, fucking Jack Black. For a man that I thought, Kung Fu Panda. For a man that thought his career was not so good, he's doing fucking well for himself, man. Shout out to Jack Black.
Is that the best movie?
Right now, they're saying that's the best movie still.
Is that the best? Like, what do you call it again?
Animated
Video game turn movie.
Video game movie. I don't know if it's the best video game turn movie, but they're fucking with it. A lot of people are fucking with it. A lot of the kids. Let me see what else we got. The Blue Jays signed Vladdy Guerrero for $500 million.
For how long?
Fucking 15 years or something like that. His contract will lead him to 2039. So he's forever a Blue Jay. That guy's gonna die a Blue Jay.
Sounds like it.
I think that's a stupid deal. I don't think. I think that was a stupid move.
Well, they believe in him.
Yeah, but $500 million.
Man, they believe in the boy, man.
It's crazy. Let's see what else we got in the news for quick hits. Sorry, boys and girls. Who do you think is the next James Bond?
I don't know.
Henry Cavill, Idris Elba, Paul Mescal. I know Idris Elba's not doing it.
Definitely gonna be a white unit.
Theo James. You remember Theo James?
I don't think they should make a black James Bond. Like you don't need that.
Yeah, they'll never do it.
Don't say never.
What about this kid? This black guy? He played actor from that. What about Henry Cavill?
I'm okay with that.
Dev Patel. Pierce Brosnan back again, huh? Or even Daniel Craig. What if they just bring back one of those guys?
No.
I know I don't want to see no old ass Bond. But shout out to Pierce Brosnan in the what's that new show that he's in?
I don't know.
Mobland. Fucking dope performance.
Did you see the LeBron James Barbie doll?
Yes, I did. Fire.
Fire you.
Fire. Like, why would you want to be a? Why would you want? Anyways, whatever. He's living on. He's gonna be the next
flame
Blade.
youth of the day.
Huh?
He's a yoga flame youth of the day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yoga flame you to the day. That's funny. That guy's fried, man. The idiot. Anyways, whatever. He is who he is. Anything else?
You still haven't watched My Boy yet, right?
Oh,
Daredevil.
no. It's getting good. Is it getting better and better?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking good.
Oh my god, I can't wait to watch it. I cannot wait.
Other than that, I can't really think of some stuff. We'll have some more stuff maybe later or tomorrow. Today is Wednesday, so tomorrow we are doing the rest of the Real Toronto live stream.
Oof.
Yeah, shout out to Russian.
The Russian.
Russian came and pays the man up, said, "Yeah, you better have that energy when you see me. Yeah, nigga, you fuck the city up, nigga. I still love you." Yeah, I need to make a gutsy doll too.
Nah,
it's gonna be an adult doll.
Oh, I see where you're going with this, you dirty boy.
But yeah, to all the people out there, you know what I'm saying? Send us in some topics. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thank you to all the people that came in here today. I don't have a lot of names in the comments. It's Underground Nation, Old John Crow, and I believe it was Rock Nitty that was up in here. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, blah, 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 and we're off of this.
One RP DMX.